When Liverpool failed to sign Moises Caicedo and he ended up signing for Chelsea for £115 million, Liverpool looked towards the Japanese captain, Stuttgart's very own Wataru Endo, for £16.2 million. Fair to say the reaction from the usual bunch on YouTube, in the media, in the fan forums was mixed to say the least. Having missed out on Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo, we now have a relatively unknown Japanese 30-year-old from Stuttgart coming to the Premier League for Liverpool. Is it a bargain basement signing? Is it FSG scrapping the barrel once again, being completely tight? Oh my goodness, how are we going to cope? We have a whole new midfield. We don't have a proper number 6 starting player. What to do? What will we do? Surely a more expensive signing will come in place of Endo. Endo will be backup. Endo is a relatively cheap signing on cheap wages. Let's see what we can do. Shall we give him a chance? No. How can we compete with Romeo Lavia, Moises Caicedo, Rodri and Declan Rice? Woe is me, and here we go. Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. The signing of Wataru Endo really divided the fan base. It brought out the id, the ego and the super ego amongst the fans. Which one of these categories do you fall in? Do other content creators fall in? Let me know in the comments below. So id is kind of like the instinct, the impulse, the reactionary thing, primal urge. Spelled ID doesn't mean ID, it's more along the lines of idiot really, but yeah, these guys are simple people who rely on simple pleasures of life. They're like, expensive, quality, lots of money, great. He must be top notch. Who cares about value for money? Who cares about the quality of the player? It doesn't even matter. Every player must shoot, must score, must tackle. Our best player has a bad game? He's a disgrace, useless. Ship him out. Every member of the 22 squad must be world class. Liverpool need £100 million bench warmers like Jack Grealish. Or how are we going to compete with Man City? We need £60 million Romeo Lavia, who can't even make the squad. How else will we compete? FSG out. So as you can see, the id amongst our fan base are a bit temperamental. They don't really think with logic. They don't consider the bigger picture. They don't balance things on the balance of probabilities. They're a bit like troglodytes, right? Simple-minded folk. Reactionary, go the media narrative, a bit like sheep. You know, what people say, people in influence, areas of influence, spheres of influence. Yeah, we'll follow along with that. It's safer. If he's expensive, must be quality. It makes me feel better about myself that Liverpool go out and spend 100 million. You know, it makes me feel better about FSG. This is my club, Liverpool, my club, and they need to do it the way that everyone else is doing it. Not the Liverpool way, just a way, the best way, the most expensive way, with oil money. But after the first few games, it doesn't matter that Wataru Endo was playing in teams that were down to 10 men, always with the red card. He's too slow, he lost the ball, too skinny, not strong enough for this league. We can't be playing with Wataru Endo in the number 6 position. We're not going to win everything with Wataru Endo in midfield. Season over already. And then we come to Freud's concept of the ego, the more conscious part of your reality. You mix the id with the reality concepts and then you get the ego, which basically says, come on, be reasonable here, right? Give Wataru Endo some time to adjust to the Premier League, to get familiar with his surroundings, to create rapport with his teammates. Let him have an opportunity to show what he's about. Come on, id. Come along, buddy. Come along with me, Liverpool fans and mateys. Let's enjoy the ride. I'm sure he will come to prominence and he'll provide a good option for the Liverpool team. Eventually, give him a chance, give him some time. Let's see what happens. Not much to lose. 16.2 million, right? And then we get to the super ego, who is all about morality. He keeps things in check. He's not afraid to hold the id to accountability, but it's the ego that mediates between the super ego and the id. But these idiots, I mean the ids, those muppets, when they say something stupid like Wataru Endo, absolute waster, and when they want to comment on my boy Wataru Endo-sama, Emperor Endo, and they don't actually have a clue what he's like as a player, who he is as a person, what he would bring to Liverpool squad, and they just want to go off a narrative or YouTube highlights or whatever, pang with the kitty paddle. Super ego, cleaning house. But the most frustrating thing about the fans who fall in the id category, these uncos, is they flip-flop like mad as soon as they get something that they can derive pleasure from. Wataru Endo, for example, dominating the Carabao Cup final, dominating the opposition, dominating the midfield all season. One of the value signings of the season, one of the signings of the season. They'll be like, I told you, son. Endo is boss. Endo the man. They don't take accountability for what they said before. And fans of all types exist in every team's kind of fan base. You know that, I know that, everyone knows that. However, it's really frustrating to see the media narrative, for example, that states Man City are the favourite because they've been there and they've done it. They've won the Premier League before. Hello, Klopp has won the Premier League before as well. And then you get news outlets and other media coverage, for example, putting 1 and 2 together and getting 72, for example. The Xabi Alonso news. Oh, Bayern Munich have pulled ahead in the race to sign Alonso. Where's that quoted from? Is it Pletty or something? He's a Bayern Munich head. He's a Bayern Munich spokesperson who does everything in their best regards. He wants to destabilize Leverkusen. That's not going to lend itself nice to Alonso, who's actually who's heading the charge at Leverkusen at the moment, and obviously wants to, you know, play trumps and force the issue and force people through. But yeah, take time to think about the context behind any news and any transfer, any outlet that you read. And it's true, sensationalism, breaking news, you know, all that kind of stuff is absolutely gold for getting people to click and getting the views and getting the clout, for example. I seem to remember some exclusive source that Jude Bellingham already signed for Liverpool. Romeo Lavia, Babblecopter, he's already in the Liverpool training ground waiting to do his medical. All this kind of stuff. Someone's exclusive sources told us that Samal Sabrosa has finally signed for Liverpool. I get it. Controversy creates cash. Heat, flame, toxicity. It's always through the generations been very, very popular, kind of, you know, popular culture. People want to see this kind of thing and all that. But I tell you what, now's the time to unite. This is Klopp's final glorious Liverpool chapter. We are on top of everything, baby. We've got Man City to come to Anfield. This is our home. This is our base. This is our stadium. We are on top of the world. We've got such a great team, great personnel. I love players like Harvey Elliott. Give it their all. They carry that kid through the stadium away from toxic fans. This is my club. This is our club. Liverpool FC are destined for great things, and we are on the victory march. And we have players like Wataru Endo, Makatak, holding the midfield, dominating together. Agent of Chaos Nunes, and people call him some kind of clown and think he's a bit bonkers, batshit crazy, for example, but he's actually a quality player. FSG, Klopp, everyone were united in their decision to sign such a top-notch player. This is a channel with substance and abundance. We do proper analysis on this to make sure that you guys, Liverpool fans, have perspectives and opinions through the facts to make your own opinion, and hopefully it's a good opinion, because you should really be happy with how Liverpool performed this season. We are doing outstandingly well, overachieving above and beyond what everyone else thinks, and that 4-point gap, if we managed to beat Man City on the weekend, is quite significant. It means we have to actually lose 2 games and they have to build up that 4-point gap and overtake it, because we've got a better goal difference than them as well. But you know what? We're literally building the best Liverpool community in this chat, in this channel right now, because in all the comments that I read, there's high intelligence, high IQ, detailed analysis, different possibilities, variations of tactical formations. It's fantastic to read. I really think we're building something special here. And once again, I thank you so much. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Something a bit different today, just a bit of fun really. It's not Friday yet, but a bit of Friday fun feeling. Yes, subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of great content coming up. It's really interesting that so many of these other football channels are dropping Liverpool content left, right and centre, because the Liverpool fan base is the best fan base, the most interactive fan base, but also there's a lot of ids. Not in this channel. Until next time guys, Miyazaki man, Ichiban, Janet.